Hey y'all, welcome back. Well, today's video is going to be on something I'm pretty excited about. Is a new cell cam company that has sent me a camera that we're going to do a review on. We're going to put this thing to the test. I have several other manufacturers out in the field, Spy Point, Camo Jojo Trace, and we're going to put this one here. The cool thing about this Campark camera is that it comes with a built-in solar panel. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I can't wait to see what kind of footage. This one here should work through the app like our others do. So with no further ado, let's get to opening this box up and see what we got. So this is the TC25 4G solar trail camera. And like I said, it's by Campark. And contents, let's see. There's the user manual. Warranty papers. Oh, cool. Comes with a hanger. So that's neat. Got a tree hanger. And, oh, there's a solar panel. It might actually be what hooks to the camera. Lengthy cord. Oh, good looking camera. That's a real good looking camera. Oh, it's got the port for the side for the cable. It's got the screw-in mount on the back. Got it on the bottom. I like it. Let's see what this thing looks like on the inside. Pretty basic on the inside, so let's get the rest of this open and see. It looks like hardwire, screws, all different kind of things. Yep, there's a mounting post and stand for it. Some more bracketry. And then the antenna. Oh, that's where the antenna goes on the side. So, all right. We'll go ahead and get to looking and see what all this pertains of, but a very good looking camera. I like it. Okay, getting started. Looks like first thing we got to do, we got to add the app. So we're going to take a picture. You can see how that works. Here you go. It says iOS. iPhone. Open an app store. Get. Okay, so it's downloading it now. Really excited to see how this works. Okay, then the next one says, let me make sure I got it on thing good here. Okay, the next thing it shows is to open the camera up. So I'm going to open it up. And then it's already got the SIM in it. So I've got a SD, a SanDisk SD. Stick it in. Let's see how's it go. Okay, right there. All right. Okay. I don't think it says if you need to record locally, you need to buy a micro SD card and insert it into the card slot. Then, okay, that's open. You want to open it up. I'm going to go through and set this up right quick. Okay, I followed all the steps. It's basically just putting in a password, creating all that stuff. It says now add a device. So we'll go to the next page. And it says press for about 5 seconds to reset camera. You will hear system reset. So you're going to press on and then reset here. So now it's going to want to find camera. So add device. So on the back, there's that little card thing. So we're going to go on here, allow. We're going to scan it. Got
Insert
it.
the SIM card, install the camera, install the antenna, then power on the device. The
Okay.
blue LED will light up. After about 1 minute, click Next.
Go ahead and put our antenna on. So it says insert SIM card, which I have done. Install the camera. Then power on device. The blue LED will light up after about 1 minute. Click Next. Alright, so we're gonna try the reset thing.
System reset.
Alright. Now we've got a blue light. We had a blue light. It says give it 1 minute and it'll go blue. Okay, it was pretty simple. The only thing was, I didn't want to be redundant on it, was I had to scan that QR code on the back. So that took a minute. It was something with the phone and the lighting in here. But this is basically what it looks like. Now it's telling me to charge the camera before we can put it out in the field. But the camera just now died. Well, no, if I moved it, it probably just took a picture. But that's the initial setup. I'm gonna go ahead and put I've done got the antenna on it, just screws right in the side like a coax. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish assembling this thing. We'll go ahead and put the brackets and everything on it and get the solar panel mounted to it, and then we're gonna charge it up. You see where the dot is? It's cogged, or it's got the little pin right there. Got a little pin right here. We'll put these two together. Just like that. Put our screw in. Screwdriver is provided. You have to go in this configuration. Don't do like I did before and try to screw it straight to the camera. So then you're going to go on the back and go ahead and line these up just like so, and then put that in, and there it is. So now we want to tilt this, so we're going to take and loosen this screw and put that where we want it. I'm figuring probably you got to be able to get the door open. So probably more like that is where we want it. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten that screw down. It's a nice little setup. Also probably put a good shadow over that. So then there's a little rubber tab here on the side. You just pop this loose. Of course, that's where you charge it too. But we're going to plug it in just like so. Pretty cool. Okay, so we'll restart over. You see where the dot is? It's cogged, or it's got the little pin right there. Got a little pin right here. We'll put these two together, just like that. Put our screw in. Screwdriver is provided. You have to go in this configuration. Don't do like I did before and try to screw it straight to the camera. So then you're going to go on the back and go ahead and line these up just like so, and then put that in, and there it is. So now we want to tilt this, So we're going to take and loosen this screw and put that where we want it. I'm figuring probably you got to be able to get the door open. So probably more like that is where we want it. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten that screw down. It's a nice little setup. Also probably put a good shadow over that. So then there's a little rubber tab here on the side. You just pop this loose. Of course, that's where you charge it too. But we're going to plug it in just like so. Pretty cool. Well, that's a pretty simple setup. So Kim's on her way home from work. I've got the camera charging. We're gonna go stick it in the field, and we'll see how these pictures do. I'm really like the video quality that I've seen so far. This will be an excellent security camera for a house or whatever. And I actually have my lot that is off from here that we go camping on and we go fishing and stuff, and this might end up being a perfect candidate for me to do surveillance on my property while I'm gone, since it's so far away. Plus you can talk through it. If somebody is there, you can talk back and forth with them and have any evidence if anything got stolen. So this is going to the field to see how it does up against my other video cameras, and then this will probably end up being my camera on that property. The 30-day iCloud is $3.99. That's not bad at all. So the app don't cost you anything, and so solar panel. It's got all these different great points that other cameras might be lacking on. So this camera's not only going to be good for video and wildlife out in the field, but it's going to be really good for home surveillance. So this camera might be making a trip with us on vacation. But anyway, Kim gets here, we'll buzz out the field, we'll stick it up somewhere, see what kind of videos we get. Okay, so this is an area, I've done got a camera up here, and we've been getting bobcats and deer going back and forth. So this is kind of a transition area. So you've got this ridge line runs down, then this drops off to a bluff and a bedding area back here. And then deer will come up this valley, so it's kind of like a saddle or knoll, and then it goes down into a valley up onto another ridge. So this is kind of like just the top of a ridge line. So you catch a lot of traffic coming up through here, and going back and forth. So we're going to put this camera out. We're going to leave it here and see what it does, because I'm just getting still pictures from this camera. So I'm going to swap these out real quick, and we'll see what kind of footage we get. I'm going to use the arm that came with it too. So I'll get these swapped out right quick. Okay, so I think I've got that set up at the right height to catch anything coming back and forth through here. Catch deer coming up off the bluff, up the holler, and down the top of this ridge. We're to get a lot of good traffic here. It's going to be neat to put this solar panel to the test, because there's not a whole lot of light in here at this time of day, but there'll be a lot of light in here midday. So I'm going to flip the camera on. Make sure I get a blue light. Okay, I've got a green, blue, red flashing. So you got to be patient with these. I found this out in the basement when I was setting it up. It's got to go solid blue and it'll start transmitting. So it's just the app trying to locate the phone. So this does have GPS, just like the Camo JoJo's, just like the other ones. I can name this camera. I can name the location it's in. But this would be an excellent security camera. You can talk through it. It takes good footage. You got 30 days, $3.99 a month. You got 30 days of video saved. You can download them straight to your phone. And we should be ready to go. I got a solid blue light. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm really hoping I get a bobcat, good footage of bobcat walking by. I'm gonna go ahead and take my machete and clean up some of this stuff around through here so there's no false triggers. And we'll see what this Campark does. Well, had a few issues with the Campark. So one, I only got the one video that you just seen in the still picture, and it's going from offline to online to offline to online. So I contacted customer support, and they said that it's probably just bad reception. Now, honestly, where we're at is rough for us to even get cell phone access. It's just come and go. It's a really bad area. Even when you go down this road, we drop it. The other problem is I charged this camera completely up before we brought it, and it has been up for 2-3 days, but it's saying it's only got 35% battery life. So I'm going to take this camera, since there's so much canopy in here and it's not getting a charge, and I'm going to put it on one of the shooting houses that's out in the food plot and let it charge and see what it does. So the following videos from this, I'll show you where I'm going to put it, and then after that you'll have the videos from here. Well, what I've decided to do, instead of putting it on the shooting house, I was kind of worried about the ledge of the shooting house and the tree in front of it blocking it. I actually come down here. This is a good clear spot to put it. The solar panel should get plenty of light. I just hope we get good signal. This is over one of our Whitetail Institute food plots that I just sprayed. The drought's been pretty rough on it, as you can tell, but we still got a lot of clover and chicory in it. So hopefully we can save this and get some more rain, but we'll see what this thing does here. If there's a signal issue, I'll move it somewhere else. But like I said, I've got several trail cameras that's around the area this was in, and around the area I'm putting it in that's not having any trouble. So I love the camera so far. I really like the way it looks, the solar panel, the antenna. I like everything about it. But I'm just hoping that I don't keep struggling with signal with it. So anyway, we'll see what this thing videos and add it here, and then we'll do a conclusion video and a comparison video between the other cameras. So. Well, the trail camera, the Campark, has been out in the field, as you've seen. And I've got several pictures off of it, as I've put before this, and a couple videos. I'm still struggling with signal, but I'm gonna try it somewhere else. I've tried it in 3 different spots on the hunt and lease, and it comes and goes offline. And you know, that is back in the Tennessee mountains and valleys. So I'm gonna try it over at our lot where we have our camper. I have some security signs up, and I'm gonna put it to where it can get plenty of sun, and I'm gonna use this as a security camera for the summer, and then move it to a somewhere, you know, deer related in the fall. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang it on one of these trees right here that gets sunlight, and I'm gonna use it to video anything that moves through here while we have our stuff set up at our site. So let's get to hanging this thing up, and this should be the last place, and we'll conclude the video on what I find out. Okay, so I'm gonna use the tree mount, or the wall mount. Really like this here. That's what I said. I thought I might like this better for home security. But I'm gonna actually place this where it'll video and pick up the whole width of the camper. And then I'm gonna tilt this down just a little bit, as you can see where the sun's starting to hit this tree. I want it to grab the sun when it's coming up on at its most. It's gonna get it is about maybe 12 o'clock. So I wanna make sure I'm pointed right at that spot, because there is a lot of canopy in here of trees. So I'm gonna screw this to the tree right quick, and then we'll set this up. Now this holder is pretty cool, because you can loosen this part up and then tighten it back down, you know, and it's rock solid. Of course, I'm gonna be hanging it at a 90, so I'm gonna get it as close, go ahead and set it right now, because this kind of needs to be in between where these two T's are. That way I can run my screw plate. So torque it down and we're ready to go. I got it all hung up. Kim got back at the camper and she made sure that it was the right angle it needed to be. So I'll spin around here and show you the setup. We'll see how good a signal it gets over here. We're gonna let it run this weekend. We're gonna be here for 3 days, and we're gonna see how this here works. But like I said, I really like it coming solar and having all the stuff with it. The only thing is, back at home, I struggle with signals. So we wanted something for over here, and I also need something on my shed at home. So this is probably gonna be a better security camera, and it's pretty much camouflage where it's at. So if somebody pulls in here, they're not gonna see it, even though I have warning signs. I'll get up there and adjust that antenna a little bit, but I hang it up high where people just can't grab it. I can take a stick and probably hit it, but I think it's pretty well hidden. Here we are, 5 days later, 4 days later, 4.5 days. We're fixing to leave and head back. You've seen the footage, the video, and the still pictures that come off this camera. So my final analysis on this camera, I'm not gonna compare it to other cameras, just what I think about this camera. This camera, I love the finish. I love the style. I love the attachment. I like the antenna. I like the brackets that come with it. I like how they thought it out. The app is user-friendly. You do have to go back in the calendar and pick your days, which to me is a little different than other ones, but it's easy to find. If you get the iCloud plan you can get a 30 days or 7 days. It'll erase the videos and you don't have to worry about it, you know, being in your cloud. But their price plans are affordable. Their cloud plans are affordable. So, like I said, I like all the finishing stuff. The only thing I had with the camera is I did try this camera in 3 locations. I tried it in the woods. I tried it in an open field, completely open with the sun directly on it, more than 8 hours a day. And then I brought it over here 2.5 hours away from home to where my lot is, one of my camping lots is. And this is where it's gonna stay, and I'm gonna try it for another month. But the only thing that I seen was the issue with this camera. Battery life doesn't last long from the solar charge. It's like the solar only charges very minimal, and I had a problem with signal. But other than that, you get it in a good area, you can get signal. It's a pretty good camera. So thank you, Campark. I told you I'd do an honest review. This is an honest review compared to all the trail cameras that I've done. It's a neat little camera setup. This one will be used for security purposes from here on out from me. But anyway, you know, drop a comment in the comments below about if you've used one of these. You know, if you've had any similar issues or whatever. It does work good. It is a good camera. Takes great pictures. I've got it set up to take a good pan picture of everything that's here. So anyway, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe and like. Once again, thank you, Campark, for letting me do the review on this camera. I really, really appreciate it. That's the most honest review I can do from High Life. So if you like what we're doing, please subscribe and like it. As always, God bless. We'll see you on the next video. See ya.